Welcome back to the Daily D, and today we are making monster cookies. I'm not sure where the name comes from, but they're really good and they have a little bit of everything in them. Now I'm just going to say the amount of each of the ingredients so it'll just make it easier when I add them in. We have half a cup of butter softened, half a cup of brown sugar, a quarter cup of white sugar, 3/4 of a cup of creamy peanut butter, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1½ cups of flour, 1/2 cup quick oats, 3/4 of a cup of the mini M&M's, and half a cup of the semi-sweet chocolate chips. So the first thing we are going to do is put the butter and the sugars in a bowl, and we're going to mix it until they're well incorporated. Just going to move things aside here a little bit. Now when I'm baking at home, I don't use this mixer, and one of the reasons why I don't use it is that even the low is, I could think, is really fast, but you want it to get it really nice and creamy, and I'm just going to scrape the sides of the bowl. Okay, once we do that, we are going to mix in the peanut butter, the egg, and the vanilla, but we're going to do it one at a time. So we're going to do the peanut butter first. Next is the egg. I like cleaning the sides of my bowls pretty often just to make sure everything is well incorporated. Okay, next comes the vanilla. Okay, now I'm going to take the baking soda and put it in with the flour. And just mix it up a little bit. and we are going to slowly add this. So I'm just going to put a little bit in at a time. Get our sides clean again. I love these spatulas. They are from Dollarama, I believe, and I'm totally in love with them. They work really well. Now I'm just going to clean these off to get most of the mixture off of it. And then I'm going to fold in the quick oats. You want to make sure and do it enough so that they're evenly distributed throughout the cookie. We're going to put in the chocolate chips. I'm going to switch to my spoon. And we're going to add the M&M's. Now, these M&M's, especially where I live, a bag of them is $6. They're really, really expensive. So when I'm doing a lot of baking and that at Christmas, because we also bake for the homeless, like for the homeless shelter, to give out packages of cookies to them, sometimes I will switch the M&M's or the little Reese's Pieces, because they often go on sale, and it's rare I ever see the M&M's go on sale. So the Reese's Pieces often go on sale for the same price as chocolate chips, so it makes it a little easier. Okay, so that's all incorporated pretty good, and we're going to get out our cookie sheets and we'll be right back with you. Okay, so I have a parchment paper lined cookie sheet here. My oven is set to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I use scoops for everything. I love scoops, but this scoop holds 2 tablespoons. So if you're doing it by yourself, just measure out about 2 tablespoons. So I just kind of flatten these a little bit. And if you have enough chips, you can do this with M&M's, or you can do it with the chocolate chips. Sometimes I will just put a few in the top just to make it look full of, it's like a little trick that you may think that the cookies are like jam-packed with them. If some people in bakeries are a little cheap on the chocolate chips, they'll throw a few on top so it looks like there's a lot more than there is, but these actually have a lot in them. I just like the looks of them with a few extra on top in areas where you can't really see them because they're inside the dough. So we're going to go through this and get them all done, and we'll be back. Okay, so out of this batch we ended up with 18 cookies, so a dozen and a half. Not a ton of them, but I like it because you can make this and not have cookies around for 6 weeks. When we make them for the homeless, we usually make them a little smaller so that we can make more of them and give more out. And these are going in a 350 oven for 9 or 10 minutes. When you take them out, the cookies will appear to be a little undone. That's okay. They'll firm up once they cool. So we'll see you back in about 10 minutes. Okay, so the cookies are out of the oven. They're, as you can see, they're not like a golden brown as you would expect. But if you look really, really closely around the bottom edges there, you can see it's just a hint of brown. They're too soft right now to lift up to show you they're golden brown on the bottom, but they are done. We're going to let them cool. The other batch is in the oven. Give them a try. You can make them smaller if you like. Don't forget to check out all of our recipes. We have a recipe playlist. You can see all the recipes that we post there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, happy baking.